You're listening to Head On with your host, board-certified plastic surgeon, Dr. Bahman Guyuron.
Beauty means harmony by visualization. And it would apply to everything in the nature. It is not just the face. It applies to the buildings, flowers, to anything that there's enough balance and coordination between the different segments of any element. And this applies to the face. And it is actually, there's a scientific base for the harmony of the face. And that's exactly what we do. We actually create harmony between different segments of the face. And there's a process called cephalometric analysis that we use life-size pictures and analyze the entire face and decide what is out of position that is causing less than pleasing feeling when we look at something. Again, we apply that same principle to the face. And for example, when we decide to do rhinoplasty, we take life-size pictures and match the nose to the rest of the face. When we work on the chin, there is a scientific way of deciding how much we need to lengthen the chin or bring it forward to look good on that face. And when there's harmony, we get, a sense of satisfaction that otherwise would not be achieved. And that applies even to the music. The notes, if they're not coordinated, it's not going to sound good. The same principle applies to the face. And that's what we use to coordinate the different segments of the face to match with each other. The things that can happen to the face to look less than ideal or imbalanced can happen in the skin level, can happen in the thickness of the soft tissues, can happen in the bones. And by looking at the skin that it is discolored or has acne scars, you don't get the same sense of pleasing feeling that you will get when you look at this skin that looks smoother. So that one aspect. Or if somebody has a chin that it is not projected enough or long enough for the face, it is a disharmony, and that can be corrected. If somebody has, for example, prominent forehead or receding forehead, when we look at that person, we immediately detect that. We don't even have to look at the profile. Even looking at the front view, we can see that patient has less than ideal forehead. And there's a scientific way of, again, detecting exactly how much the forehead is too prominent or too receding to fix that. Or the eyes could be further apart or closer to each other. In general, the eyes that are further apart are a little bit less disturbing than the eyes are too close to each other to the harmony of the face. So those are the examples. Or if the nose has a hump or it is shifted one side, or the lips that are too thin, or even too thick. But too much volume is not good also. It distorts the balance. The size of the eyes could be too small, too large. All of these are the examples of flaws that can all be corrected in different ways to make the person who may not look attractive to become attractive. If the eyes are too close to each other, they can actually be separated from each other. That's a major craniofacial surgery, and it would have a huge impact. Although you can actually camouflage some of that. Meaning, if somebody has really prominent nose, meaning nose that is really excessively projected, and it goes straight from the forehead to the nose, those individuals may appear to have eyes closer to each other. If we shave the nose down and set it back, there's going to be an optical illusion that the eyes were pushed apart without really pushing the eyes apart. That is actually one of the most impressive and impactful aspects of rhinoplasty, that a good rhinoplasty results actually reflects on the eyes more than anywhere else in the face. And again, a too narrow of nose is going to make the eyes to look too close to each other. If we can widen it, it's going to make it better. The reverse is true also. If the nose is too wide, make the eyes ostensibly look further apart, but they are not further apart. And when we narrow the nose, all of a sudden the eyes look prettier without even touching the eyes. And it is one of those dynamic changes that occur that I've been focused on for 4 decades and writing articles about it and studying it. And it is incredible what a good nose can do to the face without really changing the other structure. So it is not always necessary to do complicated surgery to achieve some of the objectives of harmonizing the face and making the face to look prettier than it is.
Links to learn more about Dr. Guyuron and anything else mentioned on this podcast are available in the show notes. Head On is a production of The Axis, THEAXIS.io.